I miss
because
Egon, bro. I gotta tell you that.
You
already.
what?
I miss Egon, man.
Oh, I know, but I think this is how they keep him alive in the next. Dude, this is like the biggest bait and switch ever. I shouldn't say bait and switch, but the title of our video and this, we've taken a little while to get to the point.
Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta.
Hey, what's up, YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan.
It's PJ.
And, dude, hold on. Spoiler alert.
I love spoilers.
Even though we've gotten no spoilers yet, but I just feel like what we're about to talk about, somebody could misconstrue as spoilerish.
Right.
Yeah. So
I like spoilers. I don't like spoilers on cars very much, though. But I like the spoilers
really ones. Yeah, no.
It's like a shopping cart.
I don't like movie spoilers though, but Ghostbusters. They're now Ghostbusters 4, we'll call it, or Ghostbusters Firehouse, which was the working title.
That's a great name if it is that.
It's not though.
Oh.
Because they've already changed it again.
Wait, isn't it Ghostbusters 5? Sorry. I did that on purpose, friends. Ryan, you know how Rocky fans don't think that Rocky 5 happened like me? Ghostbusters the third did not count.
There is,
but I got to give them a pat.
Why would the video game not count? The video game, if there is a third that's not Afterlife, it would be the video game. I'm not sure what you're getting at here. But
this is so
back
much
on
fun,
track.
bro.
Back on track.
Yes.
They've changed. They've added another working title now, and it's not. We're not sure if this like.
Do you like this one better?
I'm intrigued, and that's why I wanted to start this discussion
of
potential plot points of Ghostbusters, Hell's Kitchen.
Ooh.
We all know Hell's Kitchen is the Gordon Ramsay TV show, but let's not.
Right.
That's
but
not. It's a neighborhood in New York, in Manhattan.
Right?
Yeah, I think it's on the west side of Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering. All right.
Do you know why they call it that? By chance? I'm curiously asking.
Yeah. So.
Is there a lot of restaurants in there? It's just a hard place to work. Like
no. It's got nothing to do with. I think it's just it was a really crappy neighborhood at one point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like a real.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it was problematic. Should we say it was problematic?
That's a good word.
Yeah.
That's a good working title.
That's Ghostbusters Problematic. That was the movie from 2016. Ghostbusters Problematic.
Shots fired! I love it.
So, a couple things I want to bring up now that they've changed it to Hell's Kitchen, the working title.
Have they though?
Maybe.
Okay. So we're gonna go with this is the working title.
Let's go with this is the working title, or at least maybe it's a nod to.
Because I like the idea of Firehouse, but anyway, continue. Sorry.
Original script for Ghostbusters 3 that was sort of making the rounds in late 90s, early 2000s.
Pre-Afterlife?
Well,
Obviously?
yeah, it was post Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
Pre-Afterlife.
Right.
Yeah. Way before Afterlife was even envisioned. Yeah.
Brought back.
It would have been
resurrected, if you will.
Point. Yeah, where. The Ghostbusters were sort of at that transitional phase where they're not retired yet, but we're going to bring in a new crew.
Right.
It was called Ghostbusters Hellbent.
Oh.
There's several plot points here that have been floating around, and I know somebody's going to say, well, that wasn't part of it. So I'm just going to give you a general. Okay. I'm not saying this is all Hellbent, but it's some ideas that I think floated around.
Okay.
One, that when we blink, there's the dark world. So if you can get your eyesight out of sequence with what we're seeing right now, you can actually see hell. Yeah, that was a plot point. So they created a device or whatever that would allow them to get out of sync with reality.
Interesting.
And they could see Manhattan, which is a little bit corny, but let's just roll with it. All right. Wow. So it's the hellish version of New York, really, and Lucifer was played by a Donald Trump-esque character, and this is where I'm going to deviate a little bit. I read this somewhere. I can't tell you that this was part of Hellbent, but Bill Murray's whole I need to die in the first act. That was one of his conditions to come back for that movie. You're going to kill my character off, and I'll come back as a ghost.
Oh, interesting.
An idea would be that he dies and goes to hell.
Okay.
But he's been brought to hell to answer for all the ghosts, demons, spirits that they've caught wrongfully.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, who do you guys think you are catching all the, you're the what do they call it, the something an executioner, the judge, jury, and execute, whatever.
Right.
So then the rest of the Ghostbusters have to get out of sync with their reality to travel to hell to rescue Venkman or, you know, which is kind of a cool story, right?
So that was the plan?
Those were ideas that were floating around.
So are you saying that maybe they're going to be...
I'm saying I like Hell's Kitchen, and I wonder if they're not going with a Hellish New York thing. Maybe I'm reaching here, but
sure.
This is where spoilerish stuff comes in.
Could come in.
So be warned again. This is Egon's journal that came with.
How'd you get Egon's journal, dude? Did he talk to you about it?
Dude, I was literally just about to tell you.
Okay, sorry.
It came with the Haslab Proton Pack, the replica that I got.
Sure.
This was
Makes
one
sense.
of the stretch goals, which I was not excited about because I thought, well, that's whatever.
Right.
This is probably the best part of that whole thing outside of the
You've read his
Proton.
journal? You read the man's diary?
There is some great stuff in here. Not to, like, one thing, like the gunner seat that was in the Ecto.
Yeah.
It says here he added that to the Ecto after they went to Oklahoma in hopes that the original team would join him there, like, believe in him and finally show up.
Dear Diary,
but
it's day 321 since
that's
the boys
right.
didn't come and see me.
So I gotta look through here real quick.
I miss
because
Egon, bro. I gotta tell you that.
You
already.
what?
I miss Egon, man.
Oh, I know, but I think this is how they keep him alive in the next. Dude, this is like the biggest bait and switch ever. I shouldn't say bait and switch, but the title of our video and this, we've taken a little while to get to the point. And here's my unprofessionalism here. Slight. I should have looked up what page this was on before I
really
even.
should have.
So I'm gonna need you to
trying to go on the
keep
fly
talking
here.
until
We're trying to go on the fly here.
I get to the point.
See, I don't know, like,
I
guess because of Afterlife, I'm processing it. It's got to be based on those characters. Why would you kind of bring back in the OGs for this one? Like, wouldn't you want to keep adding to the new characters you have to make it?
They're gonna. I think they're going to. Yeah.
You act like that with confidence. Like,
it sounds like it. Ernie Hudson had just said in an interview that he's a big part of the new movie.
I totally want them in it. I'm just trying to process.
For sure, but I think it's still because the older guys are older now, and they need to pass the torch. But I think there was a little bit of an outcry in the last movie that, hey,
we need more.
It's Ghostbusters. Like, where are the OG guys? We want them.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have really tried to find this a lot
See,
sooner.
in that way, like I don't know. I guess. This is why, for me, like, I'm totally okay going in with movies. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just excited to see how it unfolds and then critique it based on that. Because...
So here we go.
I don't know. I would like to see the OGs train the new peeps.
Right.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, so here's this is according to, and I'm not saying this book is canon, but let's just assume that it is. Maybe this is a little foreshadowing here.
Oh.
Egon, and I quote, "I find myself compelled to ask the question, were we as Ghostbusters serving as judge, jury, and essentially executioner for wrongfully convicted ghosts? Throughout our time busting, as well as my time in Somerville, we have come across many less malevolent ghosts that seem to exist similar to creatures of lower intelligence, mainly to survive. Would one cage a wolf for killing and eating a cat? No, because society has no expectation that a wolf will curb its urge to kill for the sake of sustenance. But were a domesticated dog to do the same, it's clear to me now that," well, and it just says the same ... as a question, sort of. "It's clear to me now that benign manifestations must exist through sheer probability alone. Then the question once again becomes, were we justified in the steps we took without stopping to conclude level of malevolency? In a routine bust, consider the probability that the apparition is contained given malevolence is 0.95. Conversely, the probability the apparition is released for the sake of this equation given malevolence is also 0.95.
Dude, this is like over my head right now.
A little bit. Like those, yeah. I'm not sure where he was going with that.
Yeah, right.
But he's got the formula here for assuming that 90% of spectral beings are truly malevolent creatures. What is the probability that we are imprisoning complacent apparitions?
Yikes.
Conclusion.
Like pretty deep for Ghostbusters.
So there's a whole mathematical equation here, and it says
pretty
conclusion: deep. Mathematics solves for morality as usual. I don't know. I'm
So you're thinking that could be like a little Easter egg?
This could be an Easter egg leading into... Oh, you like the background Easter egg? Yeah.
I had to try to set that up.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, are we onto something here? Or... there's a whole... That goes into a whole thing here also where he was creating this device that would judge... I can finish my design, blah, blah, blah. He was working on a device that might, check for the malevolence or benevolence of an ecto-evaluator, formerly known as the intention invention. Venkman was always better at branding. Anyway, I kind of like where this could be headed.
Yeah.
Be headed.
Oh.
Where it could be headed.
Yeah. See, in that way, like, I think it's totally fun to talk about, but I kind of like to go and, like, I want to be surprised and then respond.
Oh, for sure. But I couldn't after hearing Hell's Kitchen and
totally
knowing what was out there with that other idea
totally
floating around for Hellbent. And this takes it in a different direction, too. This is, like, a story we haven't heard yet. They're not going to bring back Vigo or some other, villain we're already familiar with from the first two movies.
Right.
I think it could be fun. And I also, my fondness for Revelation 6:12 because of, the Ghostbusters 1 and then Afterlife. I don't feel like they explored the biblical implications of that very much. Right. So could this be an opportunity to do that? Because it's sort of as Revelation is a foreshadowing of the future, it didn't really have a direct implication to Gozer or... You know what I mean? In the movie, it was sort of there as a prop, which it was cool, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I would have liked to have seen a little more gravity given to why that was such an important... Like, what did Egon read in the Bible that said, this is what's going to happen, I don't know.
With a title like that, then you'd think that maybe they would expand on some of their what they believe is supernatural and what that looks like. If they use that as a working title. Or they could be totally, wait for it, ghosting us. So, and they have a totally different title, that we're not, to kind of lead us off, to sniff this trail, and they have a whole totally another one planned, or...
And two...
I don't know.
They are calling it a working title, so this could be little, again, Easter eggs, to overuse that term.
Tis the season.
Because tis the season. Because Firehouse was a reference to them returning to the Firehouse.
Which, if it was, the opening scene for me would be them eating Firehouse subs. Like, if I was Firehouse
the ultimate
subs,
product placement.
Yeah, I mean, literally,
dude,
if I was Firehouse subs, would be like, hey, we have something for you.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all I got. I wanted to discuss that with you guys and see what you think. And
I think it'd be great to know if you think, like, where bent you think it'll go toward, and what are some of your theories related to how it could go.
What would you like to see in the fourth one? Would you look? Is there, like, speaking of apparitions, do you see that fog on the monitor?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. That's not...
You know what I would like to see?
Special effect.
I would like to see a better cereal for this movie. Have we talked about this? That's one thing that's tops on my list.
Yes.
I'd like to see a better cereal. Yeah. Anyway, that's probably
the cereal after
but that's one thing I would like
to
see. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, please, let's continue the conversation down in the comments. I'm curious what you guys think. I know I might be reaching, but I also think it's fun to discuss.
Right.
And really, like... There's some people out there, just wait until the movie comes out. Why do we... Dude, you know what?
We're just having conversations.
Move along. I know, what's the...
Water cooler?
Dude, I don't
Do we have water coolers anymore? Probably not. They're probably not.
No, they got rid of ours at work a long time ago. I don't know why.
I don't know
we've got, like, the little water dispenser that
those are nice. Okay. Okay.
But...
I'm a fan of those.
I don't understand the nerds that are like, why do we talk... Well, first of all, nobody said you had to discuss it.
Right.
Second of all, we're dorks. We're movie nerds. This is what we do. Like, it's not... Again, you're free to not join the conversation.
But we think it'd be fun if you did.
And honestly, this is my roundabout way of saying I don't understand miserable people. Let's just have fun and enjoy things.
Sure.
That's all it's about. I feel sorry for you guys. All right. Until next time. Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. Told me that the Jesus Revolution was pretty decent.
I haven't seen it. Dude, did you know?
I want to see My Name is Otto too, by the way.
That looks really good.
Almost.
All right.
I want to see Cocaine Bear because of you.
You do want to see it?
Yeah, just because.
Dude, it's so bad, but so
like
good.
just randomly amazing.
Yeah. All right, man. Ooh.
You know, say it's cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, say he bigger than any superstar. All ever spit you some real dope bar. Some them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom! Hey.